as always, Dylan, GoldPaydirtReviews.com. And as you can see, today is going to be my third and last review of ProspectorMatt.com. And this is going to be his Alaskan Paydirt. This is a 1 pound bag. I paid $14.99 for it. The shipping was free, so my total investment in this bag is $14.99. So let's just get into it and spill some. So seems pretty dusty and dirty. It's gonna be, this might be some water clogging material, but you never know. So again, cheap Ziploc bags, not a fan of them. But now this also, I will mention this. I did talk to Matt recently, and he told me he was no longer carrying the Alaskan Paydirt because the consistencies from each batch was different. So he stopped carrying it. So I'm gonna be really curious to see what bag I got. Was this one of the good bags, or this is one of the ones where it went south and he stopped carrying it? So far I've had one good review, one not so good review. Let's put it like that. So I already see I got some coins in here. So this one starting to look like it's going to be a lot more in the plus 10 than it is in some of these other classifications. We'll see. Alright, let's get this minus 20. I mean, you can see this paint. You can see how dusty this stuff is. But at least it's not wet. Don't like wet Paydirt. It's one of the worst things. It's impossible to classify. Alright. Alright, final stuff. Let's see. Not horrible. It does look like the majority is in the plus 10 and the minus 30 with just a little bit. The minus 20 plus 30 is the one that really looks like the least amount. So, but last bag I had from him, I had gold in every one. The bag before that, I had very little gold. So I'm gonna be really curious to see. Let's see what kind of coins these are. None of these look like antique coins. A gram of silver. Yeah, this isn't old. Not old. So it doesn't look like any antique coins this time. These look like fairly recent. And it's a pain in the butt looking up foreign coins, let me tell you that. That was a huge disaster because I don't read any foreign languages. So there was a lot of guesswork on my part. So I'm going to come right back. I'm going to go pan out this plus 10 and see what I get besides coins. Hopefully some gold again. More treasures, mostly in the way of coins. Only one thing is silver in this bag, so I'm hoping that means there's more gold, because, you know, I prefer gold over silver. 5 coins. I think one of them was antique. The other ones all were pretty new. I couldn't really see this one. So, but 5 coins to add to my coin collection. I have no idea what I'm going to do with. Anyway, I'm going to come right back. I'm going to go mine out the minus 10 plus 20 and hopefully find some gold for y'all. Be right back. Oh, how's that song go? 1 is the loneliest number. And that's what I have. 1 flake from the minus 10 plus 20. So, this is giving me flashbacks to a couple of reviews ago. Alright, Not starting out so good so far, but I still have more pay dirt to pan, so I guess I'm just going to knock out the minus 20 plus 30 and hopefully find some of this gold I'm looking for. Well, Mr. Friendly brought some of his friends. They were just in a different classification. So, 10 and more pieces of gold to add to my grand total of now 11. So, not going to complain. It was fun. This stuff is really, really dirty, though. It's really just funking up my water. So, I'm scared to see what this is going to do to it. But before I do, let's see. This one seems to have a little bit more magnetic stuff in it maybe than the previous ones, but not by much. The last two reviews, pretty much by the end, I was down to about a little over a tablespoon of black sands, pretty much in both bags. So we'll see if this one's got a little bit more black sands in it or if it's about the same. So I'm going to go pan it out and find more gold. Alright, I don't know if you'll be able to see these. Let me see if I can zoom it in. But as you can see, found a little bit more gold. Not much. I guess about 3 pieces right underneath the plus 30, right underneath the minus 30. And then probably that's about a minus 50. Again, a minus 50. And these are 3 little pieces minus 100. And there's another piece floating around here somewhere else that's a minus 100 too. So 9 or 10 pieces in that. So in the end, I found some coins. Let me unzoom. 1 flake of gold in the minus 10 plus 20. 10 pieces in the minus 20 plus 30. And I guess about these 6 to 10 pieces that I got out of the minus 30. So I'm going to go weigh everything up. Look to see if maybe one of the coins is worth a fortune. Check the price on silver again. Price on gold. And come back with my final thoughts, the review, and the ROI. Alright, finished weighing up the gold. I'll show you to you, there's not very much of it here. So, it did this. I also did get some coins and the 1 gram of silver, but my son confiscated them, and it wasn't worth it for this part of the video to try and pry them out of his hand. So you have to take my word for it. I did go through all the coins. Only one of them was worth about $2, or selling on eBay for about $2. And not even selling, it's listed. Doesn't even mean they'll get that. So nothing fantastic about any of those foreign coins. And I wasted more than probably about an hour searching them all out. So, you know, there was no monetary gain to get from any of these foreign coins so far, any of these bags. And I did get 1 gram of silver. So I'll add that in the total here. Again, this is from ProspectorMatt.com. It was his 1 pound bag of Alaskan pay dirt. It had no guaranteed gold other than that gold would be in it. I paid $14.99 for it. Shipping was $0. So my total cost for this bag was $14.99. As of today, the spot gold is $41.80. And I recovered 0.027 grams of gold, which means it's worth $1.13. And I also recovered 55 cents worth of silver. So, not a lot of gold. A little bit of silver. My other 2 bags I had reviewed, each had, 2 bars of silver. This one only had 1. So that means my total ROI for this bag was 11.21%, or on my scale, a 1.1. The AROI was 9.19%, or on my scale, a 0.9. Now for the fun factor, I gave it a 7. It was kind of in between the Virginia pay dirt and the Oregon. It does have all its trinkets and little treasures in the plus 10, but there wasn't gold, but there was more than I got out of the first bag, so I gave it a 7 fun factor. And that's really just for the trinkets. I mean, if you took those out, this would score pretty low on the fun factor. So The value is a 3. My overall experience was an 8. Paydirt description again was a 10, as well as the Paydirt quantity. It was way over the 1 pound guaranteed. Packaging is a 6 because of the Ziploc bags. Customer service is a 10, and by far, Matt over at Prospector, Matt, has probably emailed me back the most and fastest that any seller I've ever dealt with. So, you know, it's his one shiny spot out of everything is his customer service. So, shipping was a 10. So, the total score for ProspectorMatt.com's Alaska 1 pound bag was a 6.6. Not great, you know. But I will say a couple little things about Prospector Matt. One, he emailed me after my first review, and he did tell me, because I told him what further reviews were coming, he did tell me that the Alaskan Paydirt was no longer in stock because it was inconsistent to what the quality he wanted. He also wanted me to tell me, and I did see it on the website before he even told me this, that he does state a couple times on his website that now his bags are richer than they were before. So I'm imagining, you know, you might get a little bit more gold out of each bag. And one of the other things too is a lot of times when I base my reviews, I base them off of, you know, what you would pay for it. And he has a lot of like 2-for-1 sales, or buy 3, get 2, buy 5, get 3, and all kinds of 20% offs. He's always running promotions, always running sales. So you can definitely get these prices down. In fact, all the bags that I reviewed are now that he still sells are now $13.50 as opposed to $14.99. So you know what? If I'd have bought 2 bags of the Oregon Paydirt at $13.50, then got one free, my ROI would have went much higher as long as they stayed consistent with the amount of gold and trinkets. So, and another thing I will say is this bag has kind of got me baffled. You know, I would say that this is more for kids, and I've had a lot of comments in my section saying that these bags are definitely more for kids with all the trinkets and the treasures added in the plus 10, and that is true. You know, my son would love these bags in the plus 10, but then the problem is when you get to the minus 30, his bags of Paydirt do have minus 50, minus 30, and minus 100 gold in them. Not much, maybe only 1 speck or 2, but that would be really hard for my 8-year-old to get out of a pan. I mean, I guarantee he would never get it out. So then that means that, you know, so I don't know, and you know, it's kind of an in-between bag. You know, you let your kids pan out the plus 10, then you go hit everything else to get those little scraps of gold. But I don't know if it's really worth it, you know, to get this little bit of gold out of it. You know, it's up to you. You know, I would probably definitely buy some more of these, but it would just be for my kids, and I might just save all the Paydirt together I get out of a whole bunch of bags and run them through a mini sluice or something. But, all right, that's it for me today. I have a lot more reviews planned coming up, some really nice, cool ones too. So make sure you subscribe. Make sure you leave me a comment. Hit that like button. That always helps. And then share it. Thanks a lot.